Hi everybody, it's Ellen again. I have another tutorial for you. This time it is for my turtle. I put him together the other day, and originally I was trying to make something else, but then it kind of just evolved into the turtle. It does have a belly, and in the shell it does get raised. It can be kind of complicated to make because of the belly that we included, and then the top, which we have to do a little bit of special looming for it to make it so it pops up. It's got a cute little tail, and this is the face I went with. I tried several different ones. I guess I haven't really made any of the action figures or things like that are out there, so I kind of was just going off of what I thought it should look like and then figured it out from there, but this was the closest to a turtle that I came to, so that's the one we went with. And the inside of the shell, it is hollow in here, so it does keep its shape fairly well, but I did actually take, for this one, I took a strand of fishtail bracelet, and I just opened up the hole here on the top, shoved that in for a little bit of filling so that it'll always kind of keep its shape better. I don't have to refluff it later. It just kind of always has that nice shape to it. With these, they keep their shape pretty well, but it could be obviously a little rounder. This one doesn't have anything on the inside. Tried a couple different ways to attach the heads, either directly, like without a little band at the neck, to the shell. I kind of like the way it looks when it's connected right to the shell, but there's so many bands there that it makes it really hard to close it, and it makes it pretty difficult. So we just went with a little extension. Like I said, these are just little turtle shells, but like I said, it is kind of difficult because we actually loom or lay the bottom part of the turtle, loom it out, and then right on top of that we put the top part of the turtle, and then we have to do the special banding to get it so that it will pop up once we take it off the loom. I'll show you how to do that. My turtle might look a little ugly because I'm going to try and use colors that aren't too close to each other so you can tell the difference between the top and the bottom layer. It's not too bad. This is based off of the Kaleidoscope design. It's not entirely the same though, because I did change it, so I eliminated the need for the end caps at all, and then I kind of changed it so that it would I guess flow a little better for a turtle shell. So we'll get started, and first we'll just make some of the parts. I know a lot of you have made the different action figures. I haven't really, so we'll just kind of go along with, of course you can always change what works better for you, but this is what I did for this turtle right here. Start with 2 bands, cross it over on the hook into a figure 8, and then I just grabbed side and wrapped it over one more time. I always figured turtles' feet are kind of compact and stubby, so like that. 2 more bands, slide them through what you already have on your hook, bring that other end over. So we're just making a fishtail on our hook. And another set of double bands through. Like that. And then actually this is as long as I made the other one. So we need 4 legs. So again, on your hook, twist it around, just grab one part of it, twist it around again, 2 more bands, pull it through what you already have. Stick your hook through this end. And do that one more time for this leg. So there's 2 legs. Starting a new one, twist it around 3 times. Two bands, pull it through. Two more bands. There's the 3rd leg. Two bands, twist it around 3 times. Two bands, pull them through. And 2 more bands. And that is 4 legs. Like that. So now I have extra hooks, so I'm just going to leave them on here. Actually, I can just push them up and keep using this hook too, but if you need to, you can just set them on your loom on the non-red arrow side to kind of keep them out of the way if you need to. So we have legs. Now we need a head. And we're going to take our loom. Our whole thing is, the turtle shell is made on 5 pin bars wide, so kind of down here somewhere towards the end, we just need 3 pins down the center here for making the head. And I'm just going to lay 2 bands up 3 pins, I guess. So 1, 2, and 3. So that's the middle part of the guy. And so then for our head, we'll start at this pin, come out to the side, or to the right, then go straight. These are still 2 bands. And then come back to the point right here. Then we're going to go off the other side, the same pattern. So to the left, straight, and back towards the center. Now, I kind of do something weird in the center. I think there are other ways that people do it, but I lay a band across these pins right here, and then I actually take the farthest away from this middle pin, bring it over like that. Now I'll do the same thing up here. So the farthest one away, bring it over like that. This is just 1 band. Don't know if it's necessary, don't know if what it does, but I know that's what I put on there when I was first making the head or experimenting, so we're going to keep putting them on there. Now comes the part that kind of isn't as fun. We need to make the eyeballs. There's lots of different ways. You could use one of the small black pony beads and then do the white around. Just kind of depends how you want to do your eyes, but I will show you how these ones were done, and you can choose to copy or not. So, 1 band, this is for the pupil, the black part of my turtle there. I just took it, wrap it around, and I grab both of the loops, wrap it around again, and then depending on how tight your bands are getting, I either grab both of them and wrap it around, or if it's getting too tight, just grab one and wrap it around. We just want the pupil to be fairly tight. So that works for me right there. Then you're going to take whatever color your head is, 2 bands, and you're going to slide the pupil onto those bands. Just slide it into the middle somewhere. Then you can set that one aside for now, and we'll make the other one. So 1 band, twist it around, grab the whole thing, twist it around again, and then I'm just going to grab half of it and twist it one more time. So you just want it fairly tight, however you get there. Then again, 2 bands for the to go in. So then just slide that pupil on there. Just like this. And we'll set that down for a second. I'll move this over a little bit. There we go. Now for the white parts of the eye, I take a band, 1 band, wrap it around the hook, so I have a figure 8 on there, grab both of them and wrap it around again. So now we'll take the parts that we made here already, just stick your hook through the end, and you want to slide, however you can, the white bands over the other bands. This is definitely probably my least favorite of making the turtle. There's probably an easier way to do this too, but those of you who watch my tutorials know that I don't always do things the easiest way, so. Alright, so once you get it on there, however you need to hold it, you just need to get one end of the white on one side of the eye and the other on the other side. You can stretch these back out so they aren't so bunched up. But like that. So that's one eye. Almost, I should say. And then we'll take another band and do the same thing for the other eye. So twist it around the hook, grab both loops, twist it around again, trying not to twist it as much as I did there. And we need to slide this on our hook, or on our band, rather. And then the same thing, stretch it out over the pupil. Like that. And now on my turtle, I kind of gave him little brows up here to kind of just increase the size of his head, and so we'll put those on the eyes as well. And that's just one band wrapped around your hook 3 times. You can wrap more if you want, or double it, make it a little bigger brow, but and then just get this on your hook, or on your band rather. And that just sits up there like that. Do the same thing for the other eye. One band, wrap 3 times around your hook. Pull that on. And we have eyes. So, back to our loom over here. This over here will be the mouth area, so we actually want to make sure to put the little brow up towards this side, and what that's going to look like is brow side up here, and stretch it from here to there. And the eyes can be all adjusted later to look a little better, because they are kind of a pain to make. So I'm going to take the other eye, put that on the other side. Like that. We just need to put an double 2 bands end cap right here. This comes or turns into what kind of looks like the mouth, so like so. So we'll turn this around so we can loom him. I'm going to start down here in through your end cap and grab these side bands, whichever one that may be, and pull it back towards itself. And you can go in here and grab the other side band, pull that up, and just go up this side. And then when you're in here, make sure you get behind this band as well. All the way up to the top here. And come back over here. Go in here and grab those bottom 2 bands. And then the bottom 2 here. Then come back to the bottom, go in through your end cap, bring this up, and go in through here. Make sure you get through these little bands here. Grab those 2 bottom bands, bring that up, and then in through here and bring the band over. Pretty tight here, so alright, I got it. So that's the head. And we can take that off if you want to take a look at it here. There's my little turtle head. You can adjust little eye pieces if you need to. Kind of poke them out, or like this one's a little crazy, so Make them even again. But you can adjust it how you need to put them back how he belongs. So now we have everything made for the looming. I actually put my turtle head here on the side. It's out of the way. So now to loom the shells. Has a lot of time to make the attachments, but hopefully the rest of it will go a little faster for us. So now we're going to loom the bottom shell, and to start we're going to do perimeter bands around the outside, which is my white on this turtle. I'm going to use white again, but just go over to the right 2, up 2, and then back towards the center 2. And then go up this side. Sorry, got a little ahead of myself there. Go up the left side to the left 2, up 2, and then back towards the center 2. So it looks just like that. And because I want the legs to be towards the bottom as much as possible, we're going to put those on now. I did try, I believe, this turtle to make it so the legs came out underneath. It looks cute. I didn't quite make the legs the same way, so it's a little bit different, but probably too long for the turtle. But you can make them come out underneath the turtle, or you can make them come out the side of the turtle. If you want them underneath, when you put your legs on, which we're going to put in the 4 corners here. When you put your legs on, if you want them underneath your turtle, you're just going to slide it over so your leg is poking underneath. So when it gets loomed, it'll be on the underside underneath the shell. If you don't want them, then you just simply have it out the other way. Like that. And that's how we're going to do ours. Or how I'm going to do mine. But put a leg on each one of the corners. And like that. So we have all 4 legs on. You have the start of the bottom shell. Now we're going to lay the bands for the bottom part of the turtle. And like I said, I'm going to use some colors together that might be a little odd, but I want you to be able to see the difference in the top and the bottom layers. So first we're going to start by coming in from the corners 1 band. This is similar to the Kaleidoscope, with the exception that this band, whatever you have for this band right here, you want it to be the color of your turtle, because this ends up being the tail, how it pokes out the back side. So this is the color of your tail. The other ones can be whatever color you want them to be. So you just lay those in the corners going towards the center. Like that. And then normally I would probably have the normal Kaleidoscope, I come in through the center, then we lay the outside bands. This time, because I eliminated the end caps and because I want it to flow better, we're actually going to lay little triangles right in here. So just start anywhere, and you just want to lay bands like this in between the corner ones. So do that all the way around. So we're making that star. Like that. And now we'll lay a starburst in the center, like normal. Start anywhere. Just go from the center out to all these pins. Like so. Then your end cap should be, depending on how loose your bands are, it needs to be tight. So triple or quadruple wrap it around, just so that it's nice and tight, because we want the bottom of the shell to be nice and tight and to keep, that's what helps keep the shape of the top kind of poofy. So triple or quadruple wrap that center. And then this is actually all we have to lay for the bottom of the turtle. So we're going to loom this out, actually. So I'm going to turn my loom around here. And we're just going to start in the center end cap. Go in there. Grab your top band, whichever one that is. And just pull it back towards itself. And just do that all the way around. Like that. And once you've got that loomed out, we're going to loom out the star that goes around. So we kind of created end caps with here. So you're just going to go in there, grab whatever band is on top, and just pull it back towards itself. And do that with both bands that come out. All the way around the loom. Just like that. And we just need to go and get the bands that go to the corners. So in through there, and just pull those up and over. Like that. So this is the base, or the belly, of my turtle. I'm going to push all these bands down as much as I can. And now we're going to take our turtle head and we're going to put it on this pin up here. like that. Alright, and then we're going to do the next layer of the shell right on top of this. So, but we first need to lay some bands around the outside, which we are going to use later to help make the top of the shell kind of poof up. I would recommend using your perimeter color or the edge of your shell. It's these bands right here that we're going to put on and then use later to lift up the shell. So it's a little messy here, but you're just going to lay a band on every pin around. Pretty soon they'll be trapped by our laying of the other half of the shell, so they won't be loose for long. Just go all the way around and lay a band on. Still with me? Alright, so now we need to do the exact same pattern we did for the under part of the turtle. And I'm going to use some different colors here. I told you this turtle might be kind of ugly, but so like we did on the bottom, we need the corner pieces or the corner bands in. So from every corner, just bring in one band. Oops. So we laid in one band from every corner. Now we're going to lay that star pattern. Just pick any spot to start and just start laying bands around. There are a lot of bands on here, so it gets a little hard to get them on there, but just make that star pattern. Just try to ignore the bottom layer and the band sticking off the side. Alright, so now we have our star pattern laid in my light blue there. Now we just need to do the center starburst, so from the center pin out to every pin. And I actually never turned my loom back around the other way, but it doesn't really matter, so in case anybody noticed that. Because these are all surface bands, so direction doesn't matter as far as how I put them on the loom. Like that. So we have our corner bands in the purple, and I have my star in the light blue, and then the center in this green. And we want to put an end cap on here, but this one you want to make just to double it up, regular end cap, because we want it to be kind of loose. It'll help allow for it to have the kind of fuller shape. So now we're just going to loom this top part out again. So go in through the end cap, grab whatever band is on top, and just loom that back towards itself. And do that all the way around the center here. Like that. Then we'll do our star pattern. We'll loom that out. So go in through the end caps we created from the starburst center. Grab the top band and just loom that back towards itself. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way, but just loom this back. Just try not to snag any of your bands on the bottom. That would probably not be good. You just get the star loomed out. Alright, so our star is loomed out, and then what you need to do is just go back in and grab the bands that go for the corner and loom those back. Like so. And then now you want to look to make sure that you don't have any bands connected, because now would be the time to fix those if you do. So just kind of pull up the center, take a look, you'll be able to see kind of straight through as to whether or not anything is caught up from the top to the bottom. So just kind of look under there, see if you have anything. Alright, so now to help create the poof on this guy, we need to kind of make the top be bigger. So how we do that is we're going to, where we have these bands that we laid on top, we're going to grab, in my case, the white band that I laid there. I'm just going to pop it up. I actually pulled off the top layer bands that we had on there, double it up, and then I'm going to put this back on the pin. This will just add more height to the turtle. Same thing for this one. I'm going to go in through the top layer only, grab that white band or the band you laid, it'll pop off what's on there. Put it on your hook, the other end of the band on your hook, and then put that back on the pin. Like that. We're going to do that all the way around for every band that we laid, which should be on every pin. Some of these are definitely easier to grab than others. Just kind of have to work with it. I pulled that off, and just set that back on the pin. For these ones kind of in here at the bottom, they're kind of more difficult. I found if you pull the band to the side, then when you go in to grab that top layer, it just kind of makes it easier to grab the band. And just put this on the pin. So we're almost done. So this is probably the kind of the confusing part, I guess. Just want to go in through that top layer, grab that band that we laid down, and and pull that up. And then just replace it. Same thing over here. You just pull the band to the side, then go in your top layer. That band just kind of pops up. And just put that on your pin. So we're basically just making the center bigger, or the top of the shell, I should say. And just go all the way around. And it's just the top layer that's trapped. That's why we put the bands above the bottom layer. Like so. So again, you just kind of check a little bit, pull up on the center, make sure that there's nothing attaching the two layers. So there we have that. This really is probably the most complicated thing besides the head, I guess. That was kind of annoying with the eyes, but we got it. So next we're just going to loom up the sides of the turtle. So down in through here, grab the top band and loom all the way up to the head. And there are a lot of bands in a couple places here. Just kind of take your time. It actually, with putting these white bands on there, we reduced quite a number of the bands on the pin, and that was kind of why I originally had done that. I didn't realize that it was going to make the turtle hump bigger. I was just trying to make it so that it could actually be loomed without breaking everybody's hooks. Okay, just go all the way up. So it was a happy accident. And once you get up to the turtle head, come back and go up the other side. Like that. So that is everything loomed on the turtle. So now we can just stick our stick our hook in behind the head and pull this guy off. So gets a little sticky in a couple places. So here he is so far. Needs a little stretching around, but to close this guy off, tried several different ways, and none of them I really have liked. Usually I just end up weaving the bands in quite a bit to make them disappear. I'd initially thought that you could probably do something with a bow type deal so that you could have a little bow on top of the neck. Right now I'm just pulling two bands up through the center. just so that I have something in there. So I've got that in the center. It's just kind of an awkward place because if I bring it off to the side, then he's kind of got a weird thing on the side of his neck. So I either take another hook and stick it down through here and weave it all up, or I'm going to try something here. Take my band, stretch it over his head, and then pull that to put it back on my hook, the part I just stretched over. And I still have the part that I pulled up through the throat. And I'm just going to pull them through each other. So I'm kind of strangling them, but it'll work to close them for now. There really isn't a great way just because of the way that he's made. If you do that, then you could probably knot this up again, tie it a little tighter, and then you simply just take your hook in through the center of the turtle, kind of come up through some of the white bands, or the side shell bands, I guess, and just pull it back into your turtle. So then you won't be able to see the connection very well. But that's not too bad. So that's how you can close it. Needs a little stretching. Fix the face a little bit, but what we do is, or what I've been doing, you can grab the kind of the middle starburst here and the top starburst and just give this guy a good pull apart so you can kind of see the where's a good part to see? Legs are in my way. So you can kind of see the lines there from the where they're connected together. Just kind of pull those apart so we get the most shell on each side as we can. And then hopefully nobody has any breaks, but I actually stick my fingers in through the top of the turtle like this and just start pushing out the bottoms. You can use your hook too to do this. It just kind of try and get those bands pulled as much to the center as possible so they're not bunched up around the outside. And then this is where, if you want, I mean the turtle, this shell does stay pretty well. Like here, I'll show you. First, these bands right here are bugging me, but they're just under bands that if you give them a good little tug the way they're supposed to be, which I didn't grab the right band, then they'll be hidden better, but just have to use your hook to kind of pull out the bands where they need to be. But the shell does keep its shape for the most part. Otherwise, like right here, I just made a little fishtail, or it's actually a double fishtail, but you just simply close it off. Just put on my hook, tie off this end, and I'm just going to wrap it up and shove it inside the turtle. And you can use any old bracelet, it doesn't have to be a fishtail if you want to shove something in there. Might have been a little too big, a little too long, but I can always remove bands from the fishtail to make it smaller too. So, but now the shell will definitely keep the round appearance. But that is how I make my turtle. I'm sorry this one's kind of ugly, but I was trying to do the so you can tell the difference between the top and bottom layers. Oh yeah, and then the tail is just this band right here. Give it a good tug, and there's his tail. So, I hope you like my turtle. I think he's pretty darn cute. If you have any questions about it, please let me know. I try to help everybody that I can. I want you to be able to enjoy my designs. And then I know if you can't get something, it's pretty frustrating. So just definitely let me know, leave a comment, look me up on Facebook or my blog or even Instagram. But these are my little turtle family. And I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope that it was easy for you to follow, and I will have more for you again soon. Thank you.